And I will turn thee back and put hooks in thy jaws, and I will bring thee forth, and all thine army, horses and horsemen, all of them clothed with all sorts of armor, even a great company with bucklers and shields, all of them handling swords. Persia, Ethiopia, and Libya with them, all of them with shield and helmet. Gomer and all his bands, the house of Togarmah of the north quarters, and all his bands, and many people with thee. Be thou prepared, and prepare for thyself, thou and all thy company that are assembled unto thee, and be thou a guard unto them. Ezekiel chapter 38, verse 4 to 7. Shalom. I want to start off by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Racha Kodash. Double honors to our venerable apostles and others of great millstone who rule well, and peace and blessings to the Lord's elect, the house of David. It's a brother Haran coming back at you with a quick lesson, Lord willing to be edifying and uplifting unto the elect. All right, we're going to jump straight to it. All right, this article is titled, The Middle East on the Brink of All-Out War. The U.S. and Russia deployed their most advanced anti-ballistic missile defenses to Israel and Iran. Okay, and this is all, again, going into biblical prophecy. All right, the world is heading into the final, all right, war that ends all wars. Okay, and it hasn't gotten, to that point of nuclear destruction just yet. All right, and we're waiting on the mandatory implementation of the MOTB. And after that is when we're going to see this place completely destroyed. Okay, that's when you're going to see the missiles flying. So right now, all they're doing is getting ready. They're getting in position. They're getting in gear. Okay, and there's a book of Revelation chapter 7 and verse 1. It says, And after these things I saw 4 angels standing on the 4 corners of the earth, holding the 4 winds of the earth, that the wind should not blow on the earth, nor on the sea, nor on any tree. And I saw another angel ascending. So that's letting you know, all right, that destruction is not going to happen. Now, the wind is representing the destruction, the thermonuclear destruction. I believe in the book of Isaiah, it talks about the besom of destruction. All right, it's that powerful wind of explosion. Okay, and the angels are in the 4 corners, meaning the 4 directions, the east, north, west, and south, holding up the destruction. All right, holding it up, waiting till the Lord says, okay, it's go time. Then you're going to start seeing things fly around. Okay, it says, And I saw another angel ascending from the east, having the seal of the living power, and he cried with a loud voice to the 4 angels to whom it was given to hurt the earth and the sea, all right, by way of what? The missiles. Okay, saying, Hurt not the earth, neither the sea nor the trees, till we have sealed the servants of our power in their foreheads. Okay, and then it goes down and it goes into the 144,000 that were sealed from the 12 tribes of Israel. All right, which the Jays today can't say that. They could never say that because they're not even part of the 12 tribes. All right, you should read the book, The 13th Tribe by Arthur Koestler. All right, he says if there was a 13th tribe, it would be them Jays. But we know, according to the scriptures, it's only 12 tribes. All right. Anyway, so let's get right into this. It says, with both the United States and Russia moving their most cutting-edge anti-ballistic missile defense systems into Israel and Iran, we're staring directly into the abyss of a full-scale regional war. This is not mere posturing. This is a deliberate, calculated step that could plunge the world into chaos. Okay, and again, this is another prophecy. All right, because this is the end times, man. All the prophecies are happening. The end time prophecies are all happening. Okay, at least the pre-MOTB prophecies are all happening, because Yahushua said we're gonna hear of wars and rumors of wars. Right, so there's wars happening. There's more rumors of wars happening. They got Taiwan and China going at it. All kinds of stuff happening, But here, the most important one, the main event, is going to be what is known as the War of Armageddon. Okay, in the Valley of Jehoshaphat, which is the Middle East. All right, fraudulently called the Middle East. All right, but just for understanding, we're going to use that. All right, but it says the pieces are moving fast and the implications are chilling. These two superpowers are now positioning their allies for a confrontation that could shake the global order. Forget diplomacy. This is about firepower, domination, and survival. The stakes have never been higher, and the world is watching with bated breath. The question is not if war will erupt, but when. See? A Middle East ready to explode. War is now a matter of time. For decades, the Middle East has been a tinderbox, but today it's soaked in gasoline, and both the US and Russia are bringing the matches, which is the missiles, right? The recent deployment of the most advanced anti-ballistic missile ABM systems to Israel and Iran is not just another footnote in a long history of regional skirmishes. This is the final countdown to a cataclysmic confrontation that will reshape the map. The United States, with its unshakable alliance with Israel, has once again doubled down, sending over top-of-the-line missile defense systems like the THAAD and Aegis ashore. Make no mistake, these aren't just toys to showcase. These are weapons of war designed to intercept any enemy missiles and create an impenetrable shield around Israel. The message is clear. Any attack on Israel will be met with crushing, devastating force. Okay, so this is again the prophecy of Jeremiah. I believe Jeremiah 50, going into the least of the flock, drawing them out. Okay, Israel is that least of the flock. Okay, and she's doing all she can. All right, she start off with October 7th. Oh, we got to tell about Hamas. We have the right to defend ourselves, which we believe that was an inside job. All right, as an excuse to go against these other neighboring countries, because again, their whole thing, what they got right now, the land of Israel, is too small. They want the whole thing. They want from. Let me see if I can go back and find the range. I think it's called something known as the Greater Israel. Let me see some Greater Israel map. All right, so this whole thing that they're doing. All right, let's read a little bit about Greater Israel, because this is an agenda, right? It's an agenda that they're pushing. Okay, and when we say the Israel, we're not talking about the regular Jays that you see walking around with a small hat. No, we're talking about the elites, the Zionists, so-called, right? Have you ever seen a Rothschild with a damn yarmulke on his head? Them dudes don't believe in that shit. They just use the people to push certain narratives and to play with people's emotions. That's about it. All right, but it says Greater Israel is an expression with several different biblical and political meanings over time. It is often used in an irredentist fashion. What does that mean? Let's see. Irredentism is one state's desire to annex the territory of another state. So that's what they're doing, right? They're trying to push the people who are around them off the land so they could take over that whole land. Okay? So it says it is often used in an irredentist fashion to refer to the historic or desired borders of Israel. Okay? Currently, the most common definition of the land encompassed by the term is the territory of the state of Israel together with the Palestinian territories. Other definitions favored by revisionist Zionists included the territory of the former Emirates of Transjordan and the Sinai Peninsula. So basically all the way from the Euphrates River all the way to the Nile. All right, and then all the land in between there is what they're trying to basically take over. And they're using these proxy wars. Oh, we're going up against Hamas. They attacked us. Oh, we have the right to defend ourselves. And then next thing you know, oh, now we're going up against Hezbollah. We have the right to defend ourselves. They're just going to use it as an excuse to just keep going around and just taking everybody off the land. Okay, in the name of defending ourselves. Meanwhile, there's a bigger agenda behind all this shit. Okay, and it's all gonna come out eventually. It's all gonna, if you know that, if you know what the agenda is, all these things is just they're moving in steps. All right, they're moving in steps. That's what Esau does. He moves from point A to point B, point C, and then he jump from D to E, maybe F, right? Quick. And then you slow down, like G, you know, that kind of thing. So that's how they move. So if you know what the world plans and the world events, I mean, the world agenda is, right, then these things fall in line perfectly. See, but if you have no idea what the hell the plans are, these are just random events that are happening. Oh my goodness. Oh, wow. And that's what they're trying to keep going. They're trying to eliminate, all right, the truth from the internet. All right. So that way they can push with their bullshit agendas, but it's not working. All right. It's not working, both domestically and geopolitically. It's not working. OK. All right. So continue. It says, but the Russians aren't sitting quietly on the sidelines. They've armed Iran with their most sophisticated systems, S-400 and S-500 missile defenses. These aren't just defensive measures. They are a blatant dare to the United States and its allies. See? So again, let's go back to Ezekiel. All right, Ezekiel 38. All right, the book of Ezekiel 38, verse 4 says, and I will turn thee back and put hooks in thy jaws, and I will bring thee forth and all thine army, horses and horsemen, all of them clothed with all sorts of armor. All right, that means they're getting ready for war. Okay, even a great company with bucklers and shields, all of them handling swords. Okay, so the Lord is saying that Russia, all right, is going to be back into the spirit of war. Okay, because for so long, all right, pretty much after the Soviet Union, all right, Russia pretty much became docile, right? Like the bear that's hibernating, so to speak, right? And pretty much America has been doing a lot of things out in the Middle East, you know, which directly affected Russia, right? From sanctions to, you know, messing with Russia's allies like Syria and so on and so forth. You know, back in 2014, you had the whole ISIS that was going into Israel and then, to Syria. Right. And they were saying that, oh, Assad is using sarin gas on his people. We need to step in. And Russia's like, if you don't back your ass up out of here, you're going to see some shit. And America's like, oh, well, you know, Russia, 2016, Russian collusion. They're messing with our politics. The lies, the BS. Till today, they're still pushing that shit. That's why Putin came out and said he's endorsing Kamala, because now you can't say, well, Russia is colluding to help Trump. Yeah. They came out and said, we support Kamala. So now what? See? So now you got to find another way to lie, all right, about Russia being involved in your elections. Like, why would they be involved in your elections? When they know everything you do is lies and BS, why the hell would they interfere in your elections? You know what I'm saying? Remember, only in America do you hear these false narratives, man. When you go into these other nations, these other countries, they tell it as it is. All right? That's why you don't get foreign news over here in America, but when you go into these foreign countries, you get American news over there. See, you go to the UK or Spain or whatever, you go into some of these gyms, yo, they got all the TVs is showing American channels. it's the most insane thing ever. You know, the propaganda is crazy, but you know that witchcraft is not working. Okay, because this truth is not working. So now misinformation has taken over the world. We must do something against hate, against misinformation. I seen a commercial yesterday. Oh, we must stop hate. Time out for hate. What does that mean? What does that mean? Such a vague thing. Hate. What is hate? What are you talking about? See? But that's, in other words, they're assimilating or making hate synonymous with truth. All right, that's what it is. Now, when you speak the truth, oh, why you hating? Why you hating? All you people that think like that, you're going to be destroyed, man. That's just what it is. Okay? Because the warning is going out and you're not listening. Guess what? Missiles are getting prepared to eat all over America. All right. Anyway, continue. It says, these aren't just defensive measures. These are blatant. They are a blatant dare to the United States and its allies. Russia is saying loud and clear, touch Iran and they will be held to pay. All right. So let's read. Going back to Ezekiel 38, verse 5, continuing, says, Persia, Ethiopia, and Libya, with them, all of them with shield and helmet. Now, Persia, our modern day Persia, is Iran. All right, as a matter of fact, they actually refer to themselves as Persians. Okay, the Persian prince and so on and so forth. All right, it says verse 6, Gomer and all his bands, meaning his armies, and the house, it says the house of Togarmah of the north quarters, and all his bands, and many people with thee. Be thou prepared, and prepare for thyself, thou and all thy company that are assembled unto thee, and be thou a guard unto them. Okay, so Russia is coming out and stepping in, fulfilling prophecy. All right, Ezekiel 38, it says, Russia saying loud and clear, touch Iran, which is Persia, and there will be hell to pay. Okay, it says the level of firepower now being deployed in the region means that the first misstep, the first wrong move, will send shockwaves across the globe. It says, this isn't just business as usual. The deployment of these weapons marks a turning point in the US-Russia tension that have been simmering for years. Both superpowers have used the Middle East as a proving ground for their global dominance, but this is a whole new level of brinkmanship. Both nations are preparing for something far worse than we've ever seen, and it's going to end in what? In America being destroyed completely. All right, and Israel is going to be destroyed too. The land of Palestine, all that whole land over there, all right, is going to be touched, nuked completely. All right, because that's not their land. They took the land, they polluted it. All right, going back to 1948. So vocab, once again, all right, how do you explain this? Okay, if these people are the Most High's chosen people, why the hell is their land about to get hit with missiles and so on and so forth? That's going contrary to what what's going to be happening in that land when the real people get back in there. Okay, so how do you explain what's going on in the Middle East? Why is Israel at war, right? If the scripture says that once the children of Israel come back into their land, the nations shall know war no more. Okay, so what's going on? Number one. Number two, where's the Messiah? Why are we still waiting on the Messiah if the scripture says that Messiah is going to come down and take his people back into their land, right? And we shall possess the remnant of the heathen. Okay, Edom is going to be possessed. Moab is going to be possessed. Ham is going to be possessed. All these other nations are going to be possessed. Why are we going to war? Well, not us, but why is the world going to war? Okay, what's going on, vocab? You lying ass piece of shit, you. All right, continue. It says, why now? Because this is no longer just about influence or oil or even territory. This is about supremacy. The United States has been Israel's unflinching protector for decades. The scripture doesn't say that. The scriptures don't say that, in the last days, when the Messiah comes back, the United States, which is Babylon, going to be protecting, the children of Israel. It doesn't say that. But it does say that they're going to be in league. Okay, Babylon and Israel, they're going to be in league. Okay, working together to bring about this third world war, because America is definitely, I'll just use it blatantly. All right, bluntly, the bitch of Israel. Okay, when you look at all the wars that's happened and how America got involved, it was through Israel. World War I. Oh, we're going up against Germany. We need help. Get America involved. Okay, they had what's his name at that point was Woodrow Wilson. Okay, Woodrow Wilson got America involved in World War I believe in 1915 or 16. All right, with the when he came to Congress and said, look, I think the U.S. Lincoln or something like that had drowned in the English Channel. Oh, look, Germany, we have to do something against this. This is absurd. They just sunk one of our ships, Congress is like, oh shit, you know what? Hey, we out here, let's do it. And then the US went and worked with Great Britain against Germany, which really Germany was working very closely with Israel. And the Israelis turned on them. They turned on Germany. Okay. And then in World War II, similar thing happened. Oh, Pearl Harbor. Oh, That was all an inside job as well. Okay. Pearl Harbor was an inside job. It was started, okay, to bring the U.S. into it, as in like, okay, now we're justified. That's how they do things. They do things behind closed doors so that they can justify it in the open. The Hamas attack on October 7th, all this bullshit. Guess what? That was an inside job. All right, done behind closed doors by the Israelis against themselves, and then turn around in the open and say, look what they've done. We've been attacked. We have the right to defend ourselves. Well, guess what? If you have the right to defend yourselves, then these other nations have the same right to defend themselves as well. Okay? And this whole concept of we're God's people, we have the right to do whatever. You're not God's chosen people. And it's all coming out. That's why you're moving desperately, because God's chosen people don't move like that. Why are you not going in the highways and the byways and teaching about your people waking up? That's what it says in the last days, that Israel's going to be waking up. Well, you niggas is already thinking that you the people. And number one. Number two, there is no Messiah yet on this earth. Last time I checked, we waiting on his return. So where's the Messiah dwelling with you? Where's he at? Show us. Show us your Messiah. Fake ass people, man. Fuck out of here with that. All right. And this is not anti-Sem. This is truth. All right. And truth ain't hate. So you could call it whatever you want. The truth is still coming out guns blazing, bitch. All right. Continuing. It says, United States has been Israel's unflinching protector for decades. And now, with Iran pushing the limits of its nuclear capabilities, the U.S. is done talking. Iran's provocations, from supporting terror groups to advancing its missile programs, have put the entire region on edge. And that's propaganda. That's propaganda right there, because Israel pushes terror groups. America creates and pushes terror groups as well. Okay? So if you're doing it and the nations are following your lead, if they are, which I don't believe they are, but if they are, because again, these people make up shit, all right, to be justified in the bullshit that they do. But if they are, then they're just following your lead. So what's up? What's the problem? So you could do it, but they can't. America and Israel can have all the missiles in the world, but everybody else can't. Okay. It says Russia, on the other hand, is using Iran as a tool to undermine U.S. hegemony. It's not just about defending an ally. It's about sticking a dagger into the heart of American foreign policy. By providing Iran with these next-gen missile defense systems, Russia is planting its flag deep in the Middle East and daring anyone to push them out. Here you go, being a guard onto them. Okay, it says the geopolitical chess game is over. Now it's all about brute force. All right, so that's again going into what the Lord through Ezekiel told. All right, basically prophesied of the Russians. All right, becoming what? They're preparing themselves and they're prepared and preparing themselves. All right, to be a guard onto these nations that are around about Israel. Okay, and basically any nation that Israel is going to try to make war against with America, all right, Russia is there to defend. You got Turkey that's going to be joining in very soon, which Turkey is a NATO country, but guess what? They're going to turn and join Russia in them. Okay, many different NATO countries are going to turn too because of America's, once again, foreign policy. Okay. It says, for those unfamiliar, the missile defense systems being deployed are not just defensive. They are offensive moves in a high-stakes game. It says, the U.S. THAAD and Aegis Ashore systems are designed to detect and destroy incoming missiles, giving Israel the ultimate advantage in any potential missile barrage from its neighbors. THAAD can intercept missiles in their final phase of descent, while Aegis Ashore provides a broader defense, locking onto targets in the upper atmosphere. Continuing, it says, what does this mean? Israel now has a virtually impenetrable shield against any missile threats coming from Iran, Hezbollah, or anyone else foolish enough to test them. Guess what? When the Lord puts that spirit on Russia, Israel's not going to stand a chance, bro. They're not going to stand a chance. That little ass land over there is not going to stand a chance. All right? You hide behind your BS. It says, on the flip side, Russia's S-400 and S-500 systems are different beasts altogether. You hear that? These are multi-layered systems capable of intercepting everything from tactical missiles to long-range ballistic warheads. By giving Iran access to these systems, Russia is making a clear declaration. Iran is untouchable. If anyone dares to strike, the response will be devastating. That's prophecy right there. Straight up. We just read it. All right? This isn't just about deterrence. These systems are capable of triggering a devastating regional war by simply daring one side to test their limits. Okay? And again, we're living in those days, man. All right, we're definitely living in those days. Let's get this last precept here and we're going to close it out. All right. Um, there's a book of Revelation, chapter 16, and in verse 12 it says, "The sixth angel poured out his vial upon the great river Euphrates, and the water thereof was dried up, that the way of the kings of the east might be prepared." Okay, so all these nations are coming. You know, you got the major nations out in the east, all preparing for war. Okay, everyone is in the concept, in the tune, in the mindset of war. Okay, because it's destined for the Lord to do this. Okay, let's see if we can get that. Let's see. The Heavenly Father is definitely getting busy, man. He's playing on the minds of the kings. All right, and he's definitely bringing them all to the brink of war. And America's gonna be done away with. Okay, once this is all said and done, America and Israel is going to be done away with completely, because these two nations have pushed wickedness at an all-time high. I mean, damn, you can't be that wicked in the land of Israel. These people claim to be God's people, but yet they have the biggest gay parade in that land in Tel Aviv. You can't sit around and say, "Oh, those are God's chosen people." Look at the shit that they do. All the wickedness that goes on around the world, you trace it back, it goes back to them. It goes back to them, from the money to the politics, to the military, to all the wickedness, the entertainment, Hollywood was created by them. Started in New York. They said, "Oh, this ain't working." They flew all their ass all the way to Cali and turned into a whorehouse of wickedness. All right, Hollyweird, all that bullshit that be going on, sodomite bullshit and all that stuff, it goes back to them. The whole concept of this pedophilia and all this, it goes back to them. They read the Talmud. That's what they believe in, not the Torah or the Bible, the Talmud. These devils don't even believe in the Messiah. How the hell are these people the God's chosen people, and they don't even believe in the Messiah? What are we talking about here? What are we like? What the hell is going on? People are just acting blind to the facts. Like, the facts are there, and they just, "Oh, we just can't see it. That doesn't exist. You're just hating. You're just an anti-Sem." When you say, no. There's an inquisition being made. The questions are being asked. Give us the answers. If you don't got the answers, shut the hell up and sit the fuck down someplace, man. All right? Because we in those times. Okay? And the Lord has put His Spirit upon us to come out with this information. And you can't escape it. No one is safe from the truth. Point blank, period. Okay? This is the book of Joel, chapter 3, verse 2. It says, "I will gather all nations and bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat," which is the Lord's judgment, Yahweh Shaphat, "and will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel." And it's not talking about the land of Israel or the current people living in that land. It's talking about the Israelites, not the Israelis, the Israelites, the 12 tribes of Israel. Okay, Judah, Benjamin, Levi, Ephraim, Manasseh, Gad, Reuben, Simeon, Asher, Naphtali, Zebulon, okay, Issachar, okay. That's who this is talking about here. Okay, not talking about those who call themselves Jewish, and it ends there. It's like, "Oh, we're just a Jewish people." Okay, that's just one tribe known as the tribe of Judah, and they were really known as Judeans. All right, prior to you coming in, going back to the 6th, 7th century by King Bullen. Okay, your King Bullen. All right, who they're all Khazars, and they thought of, "Oh, we're such a vile people. What religion should we start getting into to kind of clean up our image a little bit?" And they chose Judaism, which Judaism is Talmudism, point blank, period. All right, dare me to prove it, because I love going into topics like dare me to prove it, and we'll do a whole 2-hour lesson on that. And 2 hours is nothing with the kind of information about you devils out there, okay? That everybody wants to, bat a blind eye to. We ain't bat no blind eye to nothing. We just bringing out the truth. And however it makes you feel, that's up to you. So if you want to run around and hide, that's up to you. If you want to bring Jonathan Greenblatt, his little white ass up here to talk about, oh, the ADL is talking about, oh, this is anti-Semitic, bring his ass up here too. He will get cooked too. All right? We just have a few questions. If he can't answer them, turn around and go sit down someplace. And we want answers from the scriptures, not from whatever shit you guys make up. Stupid ass arguments. We want you to bring out the scriptures to prove that you are God's chosen people. If not, sit the hell out and shut up. Sit down and shut the hell up, man. Period. All right. So continuing going back to Joel 3, it says, and I will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage, Israel. The heritage, the Israelites. Okay. All right. Deuteronomy 4:7. All right. The Lord has chosen us to be a special people unto himself. All right. Point blank, period, man. Okay. Whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land. See? So who is the one behind the scattering? It started with Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua as a punishment to his people. But who on earth did he use to facilitate that? Them Jays, man. Okay, they had a vested interest in our destruction. Okay, because it aided in their bullshit narrative of them being the people. See? And the truth is all coming out. All right. Continue, jump down to verse 12. It says, let the heathen be wakened and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat, for there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about. All right, so this is the preparation. Okay, Israel, Russia, Iran, all these countries, all right, coming together, and they're not coming together to sit around a round table and discuss things and eat chips and, drink water and shit. No. They're talking about missile systems. Okay, Russia is letting it be known, look, you come around here, just know it's game on. Okay, it's game on. We preparing to stand shoulder to shoulder, all right, for a full scale war. Okay, and that's going to bring America to his knees and complete destruction and annihilation. Okay, and they said, look, if you come for Israel, if you come for Iran, this is what Russia is saying. They send a signal straight up to everyone. They say, look, you come for Iran, you have to run through us. Yeah, it's getting hot. It's definitely getting hot. All right. But yeah, I just wanted to tap into this real quick. Nothing too crazy, but again, biblical prophecy unfolding right before our eyes. All right. But all these things are not going to happen until the MOTB is made mandatory upon the face of the earth. Okay. And all measures, all angles, all news, everything is happening. All right. In accordance to that prophecy being fulfilled. Okay. And through the spirit, we might see this thing pop off in 2025. Who knows? All right, with 2024, how it's been, I believe is a nice tone setter. All right, we got a few more months where we're in October, we got November and December. All right, but yeah, we'll see how things play out. But definitely on the road, as they say to the MOTB. All right. Anyway, I'm gonna leave it off there. Lord willing, you're edified and informed. In closing, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham. The water Yahweh Bashmi Al Shine. Until next time, Shalom.